The High School Sports Beat is brought to you by Alfred State College, where within 6 months of graduating, an astonishing 99% are working or furthering their studies. At Alfred State, they stress project-based learning, where students work on real-world problems and learn how to think, not what to think. Visit alfredstate.edu.
Sports. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's how we roll. It's wins and losses, highs and lows. It's effort, respect, and dedication. The High School Sports Beat. Sports. It's who we are.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. We begin our look at Section 5 sports this week with our opening story, brought to you by Sticky Lips Barbecue and Juke Joint. Sticky Lips Barbecue Juke Joint, New York State's largest barbecue restaurant right here in Rochester. See our menu and live music calendar at StickyLipsBBQ.com. Sticky Lips BBQ, Jefferson Road in Henrietta. The Uprep boys track team is making a statement this indoor season. Led by first-year coach Brian Smith, a Section 5 standout from Greece Athena and a recent graduate of Kent State. For the Griffins this season, it's all about getting a fast start.
As far as season openings go, the Uprep indoor track and field team couldn't do much better. On December 8th at Houghton College, the Griffins of the University Preparatory Charter School for Young Men, as it is formerly known, swept the 55 meters and had the top two finishes in the 4x4 relay. The Griffins also placed third in the 300 meters.
What was that like?
It's just been great. We got one of the best coaches and just came out on top.
I knew we was gonna do it because of the hard work we were putting in practice. So it was just like, okay, we did it. Now let's aim for higher. That's our plan every week, the PR.
I was proud of us. Like, that's what we wanted to do. We got it done. Like, we worked hard for it, and now we want to do that again today.
1 week later at the college at Brockport, the Uprep runners finished 1, 2, and 4 in the 55 meters and took the top two spots in the 300.
I could say that this group is probably the best group that we ever had. A lot of people on the team is just working hard. They want us to succeed. So last year was kind of more of we had a couple of good people, but I think this year overall we got a complete team. So they bring out the best in me and I bring out the best in them.
Under first-year head coach Brian Smith, Uprep is focused on improving week to week.
Well, the coach that left me a good team. Easton, I was here last year, the last 2 years. He left me a real good team. And just to see that, when they succeed, I feel like I succeed. So I'm always working hard. I'm always Googling stuff. How can I get better? How can they get better? We doing other things. So, it's rewarding to see that it's finally paying off.
What is it about this group and Coach Smith that has allowed you guys to be successful?
It's more like we push each other to work hard. It's like we all got one goal, which make it easier for us to push each other to be successful. But as far as successful, it's the second meet. We ain't really successful yet. Not to us. We got some good times. We plan on getting way better.
A former standout at Greece Athena, Smith likes what he sees in his current squad. As a freshman at Athena, Smith set a school record that still stands, running a 10.79 in the 100-meter dash. He later set the mark in the 200 meters at 21.31. He went on to attend South Plains College, where he earned junior college All-American honors before finishing his career at Kent State University. Kristen Jean and Michael Cathy III, both transfers from Edison Tech, along with Mark Rogers, a Rush Henrietta transfer, finished 1, 2, and 3 in the 55 meters at Houghton. Preparing for such a short race?
It's more than just running. You gotta work on how you run. You gotta work on the muscles that you need to run. Stretching is a big part. Most of the workouts you do, it involves stretching. You do stretching before, and mainly you stretching afterwards too. But yeah, just building the muscles and then putting your body in a position it's gonna be in. That helps a lot too. You gotta condition your body for situations you might be in. Every race you're not gonna be at the start. Every race you're not gonna be number one. Some races you're gonna have to push your body. You gotta be able to push your body in practice so it can work during the meets.
Because it's a lot more than just running, isn't it?
You gotta get your breathing right, your stamina, You gotta be able to run long distance. And yeah, like in practice, you gotta make sure like you can't give up. Keep working.
Running form, coming out the block, especially the 55, it's so short, so you got to be real quick coming out the doing the 55. So form, blocks, and the finish, the phase of the race. So their first movement should be arms. So the first couple of steps should be fast. So the first 3 steps should be real fast, and then coming up knees high.
What are your goals coming out of the blocks? What do you want to see out of yourself?
Just stay low and drive until I hit 20 meters.
Kathy, Jean, and Rogers run on the relay team along with Muhammad Hussein, and they finished first in the 4x200 at Brockport.
Is one person make a mistake, we all make a mistake. At practices, even if we just talk and if somebody dropped the baton, we all do push-ups. It's more than just, oh, you made a mistake, that messed up our whole time. No, one person make a mistake, that messes all our time up. We all one unit, just like football, sort of.
From the college at Brockport, this is Paul Gotham with the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College.
That's all we're going to do. Handoffs is going to make us much faster, fellas, all right? Other than that, dominate on 3, dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. Go get some water in y'all, get off your feet. Get some water in y'all, get off your feet. Let's go.
Well, coming up next, Matt Trabold joins us for the Dunkin High School Notebook. We'll have that when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, returns.
When Girl Scout ingenuity meets Dunkin' coffee, you get a cup of can-do. Girl Scout cookie-inspired flavors are at Dunkin'. Try Thin Mints and Coconut Caramel today. And get a medium latte or cappuccino for $2 from 2 to 6 p.m. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. It is time now for the High School Notebook, brought to you by Dunkin. America runs on Dunkin, and as always, we're joined by Matt Trabold. Matt, thanks for joining us this week.
Thanks for having me.
Matt, coming off a time with some really great high school basketball action, and one of the matchups that everybody was looking forward to did not disappoint.
No, it didn't. And Leadership Uprep at Aquinas for a holiday tournament is the best game of the Section 5 hoop season so far, in my opinion. For my money, you had 7-0 Leadership under a new head coach in William Broom versus 6-1 University Prep. Neither of these teams coming in had lost to a Section 5 opponent, even with that 6-1 record for Uprep. First half, Leadership really flaunted their depth. They were up 9 at the halftime break. But in the second half, little by little, the dwindling deficit there for Uprep, because they're using their elite length. They put on some press to utilize that, and they're just getting a lot of steals and a lot of transition buckets going the other way, and they just came back in that game. And then you fast forward to the final seconds of regulation, and their first shot down to Uprep is not able to hit that first chance to tie and go to overtime, but flying in out of nowhere, Naz Folks, one of the big stars of this team with the star power. He really showed that the flu that he was dealing with was not affecting him too much. He tip slams it home, sends it to the extra session, sends it to OT. In an OT, back and forth. But calm, cool, collected, not even a senior guard, but just a veteran guard in terms of his mentality. Mo McKinney, he led the team to victory. Rematch coming up not too long, January 18th, at a tournament at East High School. Should be fun.
Very nice. And if not for that game, maybe the Hilton Eastridge game and the Hilton tournament might have been the game of the session with all the great tournaments going on. And a guy named Hill for the Cadets played more like a mountain.
Absolutely. Hilton, it just works out too well. When you are talking Hilton hoops, you got to start with Taj Hill, like you mentioned a second ago. He's a future D1 guard. I think what sets him apart from a lot of the other some of the other tip-top guards and players overall in Section 5 recently is the efficiency he shows. He doesn't really waste a lot of shot attempts because he's really mindset on getting a lot of guys involved as well as the point guard of the team. And this one, it showed yet again. And really the supporting cast around him, I think is going to be very pivotal in terms of their success this year. They were out in the first round last year. I don't see that happening again. One of their captains, and Colin Burkus, he has been a perimeter role player and a productive one at that for a few years now. And he's just really taking more of a leadership role this year. And Press Prince, great name, a sophomore on this team. He's been the breakout guy. He's the head coach's son, the son of Troy Prince, and he crashes the boards, even though he's 6'1", but he's able to grab rebounds, despite not being the tallest guy out there, coming from the backcourt because, head coach's son. That's the mentality a lot of those guys have. And in this game against East Ridge, they beat a very good East Ridge team in overtime. 49 points, a very efficient 49 points from Taj Hill. And the best big man for the Cadets, and Najir Daniels, was not able to play. So it's even more towards the win and the caliber of that win.
All right, great stuff, Matt. As always, we're back with more of the High School Sports Beat brought to you by Alfred State College right after this. Coming up next, the Making the Grade nominee with Kyle O'Gara. And later, Bishop Kearney honors 2 strong women in the fight against cancer. We'll have that story when the High School Sports Beat brought to you by Alfred State College continues.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. Hit the ground running at alfredstate.edu. I'm Kyle O'Gara.
Making the grade this week is Fairport senior Jake Knapp. Jake is a Section 5 all-tournament team lacrosse player for Fairport and has been on the team for the last 3 years. In addition to his success on the field, Jake has been recognized throughout high school for his academic success. Last season, Jake was selected as a member of the Under Armour Upstate All-American team. After high school, Jake plans to continue playing lacrosse at the Air Force Academy and work to become a pilot. This week, Jake Knapp is making the grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. Send them into mtg@rocksportsnow.com. And now here's Dave with the McArdle Section 5 Spotlight.
Well, thanks, Kyle. Here are some of the athletes, teams, and coaches making news in this week's Section 5 Spotlight, brought to you by McArdles and Fairport. Come home to McArdles. Well, congrats to 2016 Aquinas grad Jameer Jones, who completed his college career at Notre Dame and is declared for the NFL draft, following in his older brother Jerron's footsteps. Jameer finished his season with 26 tackles and 4.5 sacks for the Irish. Calumet boys basketball won their Christmas tournament for the 4th straight year. The defending sectional champion Red Raiders beat York 58-47 in the finals, and Vinny Malasani was named tourney MVP. And finally, Waterloo grad Jake DeWall has hit the ground running in his college wrestling career at Alfred State. The heavyweight has 14 wins and finished 3rd at the RIT Invitational last week. Last year's Section 5 champ also was named the ECWC Rookie of the Week earlier this season. Up next, the Bishop Kearney Holiday Showcase raises funds and awareness for cancer. We'll have that story when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, continues.
Came now to Eichel. He floated one.
Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us on the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. Over 17 teams came to Bishop Kearney for their annual holiday basketball tournament, and this year a portion of the proceeds went to Gilda's Club of Rochester as BK honored 2 women who are battling cancer.
The Bishop Kearney Holiday Showcase featured 11 basketball games over 3 days at Edna Topsky Gymnasium. The 6th annual event took on an added meaning this season when the school donated part of the proceeds from the weekend to Gilda's Club.
Cancer is something that everybody experiences. No matter your background, where you come from, it's pretty uncertain. it's something that you don't want to deal with, but it's there. And the more awareness, the more we can make people aware and donate and just do anything positive for this kind of situation, the better it is.
Prior to the girls' game Friday night, the school honored Suzanne O'Neill, the wife of Kearney CEO and longtime board member Tom O'Neill.
We're really honored about that they're doing something like this for Suzanne here. It's quite a struggle, this cancer stuff, and to do something to raise money, raise awareness is just fantastic. That Kevin, both Kevins actually, have put this together, and Hank as well. So it's really good. We really appreciate it.
It cannot conquer the spirit. Suzanne, I present this plaque to you for all of your courage, and you have your family here, Bishop Kearney, in your corner.
Recently diagnosed with breast cancer, Suzanne O'Neill is currently going through chemotherapy.
It's something that you never think is going to happen to you, but it does, and all those young girls out there really need to be aware of breast cancer because it's happening to girls that are younger and younger now, so this is wonderful just to make everybody aware of breast cancer.
BK also honored Nottingham sophomore guard Tayaja Scott.
I feel honored because nothing ever happened, nothing like this ever happened to me before. So I'm thankful for it. I was shocked because like I said, nothing ever happened. So I was kind of happy. So yeah, to be getting honored for something like this. So yeah,
I think it was a blessing. It was beautiful for them to even take the time out to even admire her for such a thing, especially for the triumph that she's been through since 3 years old.
Knowing that we were playing Nottingham and having a player that this young going through that situation, and then we have Mrs. O'Neill, who is our ex-president's wife, who's also going through it. I mean, the more you talk to people, you realize that everybody is dealing with it in some form or fashion. So let's just bring as much awareness as possible, and let's do it in a positive way.
When she was 3 years old, a tumor was found on Tayaja's spine. Her mother was told she would never play sports. She may be an opponent, but Tayaja is not a stranger. She has played AAU basketball for I-90 Elite, a program under the direction of Kearney boys basketball coach Kevin Good. Also on that team is Good's daughter and Kearney guard Kaya Good.
I feel like it's really cool because I met her last year and she's just been a light and a spirit, and it's just been fun, and she's just a good person, and you can just see how that experience has made her become, and it's impacted me in a good way.
Outside of basketball, I'm willing to work with any kid to continue to make them better and help them go on to college. And for on the girls' side where I coach, Tayaja is just one of those girls that she benefits from it. I'm coach, and then she gets to play against my daughter.
My dad suggested it to me, and then I was just along with the ride.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was your first reaction when he said something?
I was like, I don't know if she's gonna like this because it's big and the spotlight's on her, but she was okay with it.
We still family even though we're in two different cities.
The Kearney boys squad wore special jerseys for the weekend. Opponents on the court, but allies in the fight against cancer.
I think it's a really good experience, and it's just giving back to the community, and we always love to give back, and it's a great opportunity.
And I was thrilled they let me pick the organization that the money was going to go to, because I think that's important, So it's going to Gilda's Club, which is, right here locally, and I thought that was important for it to go locally. And they do a lot of good things, so we were thrilled, and I was just hoping that I would be strong enough to come tonight, and I am.
What's it like to know that people outside of you care as much about something like this as they do?
It's respectful to know someone went through the same thing I went through and is a cancer survivor. So yeah, I want to be thankful in this type of way to be honored.
I think it's just nothing but love. It's just love. I mean, you have her coaches, because actually we just came in contact with Coach Good last year. That was our first year, and he's been like a positive influence to my daughter, you know, just to even think that they have this in their heart to give back to her, it was beautiful.
Here, breathe in positivity, remain gorgeous. Always remember you are loved. Have hope and never, ever give up. It's my pleasure to present you with this plaque.
From Bishop Kearney High School, this is Paul Gotham for the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College.
Well, we'd like to thank our sponsors, especially Alfred State College, for making the Sports Beat possible. We'd also like to thank the athletes, teams, and coaches in Section 5. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week.